Joe, frustrating game today. Your reaction?
Yeah, just one of frustration. I think it could have been 4 or 5 up in the first half. So very disappointed not to take 3 points.
It was a game that I thought Dumbarton kind of set the tone early. They were fairly structured, well organised, and they really sort of had two rigid banks.
Yeah, we knew that they were going to come and make it hard for us, and they had 2 banks of 4 and tried to play on the counter attack. They had an opportunity earlier on, but apart from that, I think they had an opportunity late on, pretty much throughout the game. I felt that we controlled it and we had numerous chances. So just as I say, it's very frustrating.
When a game is going to be such a battle like that, from a player's perspective, especially in midfield, how do you counteract that?
Just try and pick up as many second balls as you can, and then try and implement our game. We knew that they were going to be physical and try and turn into a bit of a battle. But I felt that at times we got it done and passed it. You know, we competed and we won our fair share of second balls, and when we won them, we weren't aimlessly playing them. We were getting it done and passing and trying to play forward as much as we could. And I think especially first half, maybe on another day we're 4 or 5 up. I think as the longer it goes on like that, then you start to think maybe it's not going to be our day, and ultimately it wasn't to be.
And that's the thing, sometimes in football you just need that little bit of luck, and to say you've hit the post once, you maybe feel a bit aggrieved, but to hit the woodwork 4 times, you just wonder what happened there.
Yeah, you know, I think that I was right behind Andy's one, and the whole time I thought it was in. You know, I was ready to celebrate, and for it to hit the bar and then come back out, and even when it was hitting the post and hitting the bar, when it was coming back, it wasn't falling to it was falling to their defender, it wasn't falling to our man following it up. So as I say, just hugely frustrating.
Looked like on our replays we had 2 pretty strong claims for penalties as well. Did you see either one?
Not clearly, no. No, I can't really comment too much on that. At the time, obviously you have a claim, but I wasn't entirely sure. And I don't think that we can really look back and think, oh, maybe we should have had penalties there. You know what I mean? I think that the amount of chances that we created, I think that anybody at the game today coming away would pretty much say how Falkirk no went and won that. So as I say, just frustrating, but just shows another more signs of improvement, and ultimately if we hit the back of the net, one of the chances, then we could go on and win 4 or 5.
A few Dumbarton fans saying they were fired up, they were hoping to win this game obviously, and then there are games in hand to level things. From a Falkirk perspective, while we didn't win the game today, it doesn't show that Dumbarton are now still in that relegation slot.
Yeah, well, I know that they've got games in hand. I know ultimately they're going to fight tooth and nail till the end. So, but I think that over the past few months, we've really been improving. We've picked up results, and ultimately we've been trying to look ahead and trying to look at the teams above us. And I think that if you've got that positive attitude and you go into every game looking to try and win it, then I think you'll be okay. So we'll just take it step by step and go again next week.
And on a personal level, just happy to be back playing again?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a frustrating time for me. You know, I mean, I had my suspension, which was unjust, and I had to deal with. So before that, I was in the team, and then obviously having the 4-game ban and a lot of the games called off. It kind of went from being 4 weeks to 6 or 7 weeks, you know, and it's always hard to try and keep fit. And at the time, I'm not eligible to play in any reserve games or anything, so I'm pretty much training and trying to keep as fit as I can. So, apart from the Breton game a couple of weeks ago, that's the first 90 minutes in quite a while. So, but no, I mean, I'm just happy to be back on the pitch and be playing and getting the ball in and trying to help the team.
And just finally, Joe, it's a cup action next week. The bookies are already saying Rangers are understandably big favourites for the game, but what chances do you think Falkirk have got next weekend?
I think we've got a good chance. I mean, ultimately when you go to Ibrox and play, it's all about trying to keep it tight as you can. I mean, I've played there before, and funnily enough, when I was at Morton, we were 1-0 down after a minute, and you thought, oh wow, but we ended up 2-1 up, 5 minutes to go in that game. So I think that it's just about going and trying to implement your game. Obviously try and stop them playing, but at the same time, when you win the ball back, try and look to go and implement and make 4 or 5 passes and play you into the game. So no, we'll just have a good week's build up and take it as it comes, and hopefully we can go and get a good result.
Here's hoping we can. Joe, as always, thanks for your time.
Cheers, thanks.